All right, here we go. Peezy, welcome back to Vlad TV.
Yes, sir. What's up, Vlad? How you feeling, bro?
Man, you've had a lot of success since our last interview, man. Congrats.
Thank you, bro. Thank you, man.
Congrats. Well, before we get into anything else, you got a new album, Still Ghetto.
Yes, sir.
And I feel like you just pulled out the stops for the features this time around. Like you just got everybody on.
Yeah, I usually don't do a bunch of features. If anybody familiar with my music, I really don't do too many features. So this time, yeah, I brought the features out for him.
French Montana, Rick Ross, Big Sean, Jeremiah, 42 Doug, 2 Chainz, G Herbo, Babyface Ray, Larry June, and Chicken Pete.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much every song has a big feature on it.
That's a decent lineup, right, Vlad?
That's a big lineup right there. There's a lot of multi-platinum artists on there, man. Now, why'd you decide to go like feature heavy this time around?
Because I had never done it before, and this time coming back since my last tape, with 2 million up, I just felt like it was time to go up a level, and I just felt like my fans wanted to see me on a super industry level, like competing with the greats. And my fan felt like they just wanted to see a more professional side of me. I felt like it's time in my career for that.
So not to get in your pockets, but did you have to pay for all these features, or are these more like verse for verse kind of situations?
I ain't had to pay for no features. Shout out to all the artists on there. It was just pretty much respect. It was just like a phone call, but it was really much a phone call with all the verses, you know what I'm saying? And everybody showed love. Ain't nobody charged me, so I appreciate all the artists. They did good for me. I appreciate them.
I mean, that's a big deal to get to the point of your career where artists of this caliber are doing verses for you just because they respect the art and they respect what you put together, because it takes a while to get to that point. People still pay for verses even at similar levels.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you ain't lying. That's a fact. They showed me love, lad.
Now, you've been on Empire since 2016.
Yeah.
Why go with Empire as opposed to like a bigger label like an Atlantic or an Interscope?
Well, for one, I've never been presented with the opportunity to go to a major label or nothing like that. Like, believe it or not, nobody never approached me trying to sign me. So I never even had those type of opportunities. What it was with Ghazi and Empire it just turned out to be a good situation because Ghazi just somebody who you can always talk to. And ever since 2016, I only dealt with just like mainly Ghazi. You know what I'm saying? So it's better for me because like a lot of people with these big labels, it's like they dealing with a machine down there. It's just like you know what I'm saying? Like a intercom at school when you just hear somebody just talk, but you don't know who talking. It's like a lot of people just dealing with a machine. So with Empire, it's me, it's Ghazi, it's Dre, it's Dave, it's Samuel. It's a family that going. You know what I'm saying? It's a family vibe, and it's a lot of communication.
Yeah, I've known Ghazi forever. He's from the Bay Area like me. So yeah. I saw his come up, around the time that I did mine. So it was cool to just see someone where I come from get to a point of having just a really strong independent with a lot of big artists on it. Like, how do you feel when people try to criticize Empire and say that, oh, artists get killed on the label, they get sacrificed, and all the bullshit that you see on the internet?
I think it's bullshit. I've been over there since 2016. Like, ain't nothing happened to me. You know what I'm saying? I think that's just some yap, for real.
I mean, yeah, if you have an artist that's still living somewhat of a violent lifestyle or still involved in violent situations, things are going to happen. And I mean, I get blamed for the same kind of thing. Like everyone who interviews with Vlad goes to jail. Like, have you ever been in jail since you did an interview with me? It's one of those things that the internet likes to run with these types of narratives, which is annoying sometimes.
Yeah, I know how that be, Vlad. I see a lot of that shit they be saying about you, bro. They be saying like people go to jail after these interviews, Vlad.
Well, what do you think about that? What do you say when you hear that, as someone who's done an interview with me before?
I believe people can answer whatever questions they want to answer. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody making people answer certain questions. Like, so shit, if somebody come on here and say some incriminating shit, that's on them.
Well, like right now, Drake is having the lawsuit with Universal, and he's talking about how numbers are inflated. There's bots, like labels could, press a button and suddenly the streams go up and so forth. Like when it comes to Empire, do you feel that they have the ability to actually, if you have a song and it's the right song, could they pull the trigger on it and suddenly, the song is really out there? Or do you feel this is something that the labels kind of have a chokehold on?
Um, I feel like any label got power to do that, but I feel like your song got to be worthy though. If the music good and the people like it, the label gonna do the rest. If you got a song that's going and the people like it, the label gonna do the rest. You know what I'm saying? Because it's business. It's not personal, it's business. Everybody is doing business. It's a record. So it ain't nothing personal.
Okay, so for example, since last time you had the song 2 Million Up, and that's your first platinum song?
Yeah.
Do you feel like once that song started taking off, the Empire stepped in and kind of helped out?
Yeah.
Okay, explain. It's like for people that don't know how the business music works, you got a song,
you gotta know,
organically grow. Like, what does the label do next?
It take a machine. Like it take a lot of money to make a record go. Like I don't know if people know this, but it take down there $250,000 to put behind a record to make it a hit. So you gotta have, you know what I'm saying? You gotta have your bag up if you thinking about doing something like that. But the label, they come and they print that shit. So it ain't really no pressure for them. Press a button, spend the $250, get that shit going. I'll eat all that.
So are you saying that Empire spent about $250 on that record to really get it to the next level,
yeah.
get a platinum?
Yeah, 100%. I can't sit here and be fake and say they didn't.
Okay.
When I know they did. But I'm not saying, not to cut you off, my bad. I didn't mean to cut you off, Vlad. I'm sorry about that. But the record was going, but the label took it to where it needed to go. I wasn't gonna be able to do that. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't gonna be able to take it to that next level alone.
Okay, so in a situation like this, the label say, okay, cool, we're gonna put $250,000 behind this record. You'll have to recoup that, but in turn, now you have a big record that you could tour off of for years.
Mm-hmm.
So it's an interesting kind of give and take.
It's an interesting give or take, facts. It's an interesting give or take because you're gonna recoup and then you're gonna eat off the record forever. So, and then that's just one record.
And on the flip side, the label's taking a risk because let's just say they put that 250 in, but the record just doesn't really take off. The people just are not feeling it, and then they lose that 250.
Yeah. So it's a gamble too.
Now, okay, with that record, you sampled "Don't Look Any Further" by Dennis Edwards and Saida Garrett.
Yeah.
And that's a famous sample. Biggie used it for "Get Money," and then Tupac used it for "Hit 'Em Up."
Mm-hmm.
Now, was there some sort of issue in terms of the producer in that record?
It was like a little slight issue, like some light shit. None serious though. It was like a little light discrepancy about the beat. And
okay, because the beat is a sample though. So
yeah, but it wasn't about the sample. It was like, okay, how can I put it? When I heard the beat, somebody was rapping on it. So I down there like kind of talked them out of the song down there like, I need this beat. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I damn near give you a verse for the beat. That's what I was down there trying to negotiate. Then I just was like, you know what? Fuck that. I just buy the beat from you. I ain't giving you no verse for the beat. I just buy it. And I ended up just buying the beat. But somebody was rapping on the beat first. When I heard it, I'm like, man, let me get that. I need that.
Okay. But then what? You didn't have the paperwork right? You had to go back and redo it?
I can't remember exactly how that shit went. I don't think it was no paperwork issue with me and the engineer. I don't believe it was no paperwork issue. I don't exactly remember what it was, but we had some little light ass words over the beat and shit like that. But the person who made the beat, the producer, he a little younger than me. You know what I'm saying? So I really ain't really give it too much attention. I had kind of like seen some clips come up like recently of me and him getting into it probably like 3 years ago. And I ain't even look at that shit. I'm like, man, I ain't trying to see that shit, man.
Well, I feel like Detroit has kind of developed a real sort of unique flow. It's almost like a slightly off beat, but there's something about it that's just kind of unique to Detroit. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about. And you ain't tripping. You
Right.
ain't wrong.
Now, like, who do you think really started that type of flow?
Like that's that Blade Icewood, Street Lords, Cheddar Boy shit. They started all that. You know, they like the founders of the Detroit rap culture. So it all really started with Blade Icewood and all them, the Street Lords and the Cheddar Boys.
Right, because when you look at, like, for example, like the Big Sean's and so forth, they don't have that type of flow.
No, they don't got that type of flow.
That came later on.
Yeah. That's that lyrical exercise shit. That ain't really like a Detroit thing.
No, it's definitely lyrical.
Yeah, that's some
and it's
talented
almost
shit.
Like we're gonna do this verse sort of like in one take, sort of like real, like a little bit fast, but not really, like a little bit off, but not really, and it's in kind of coming in and out of pocket. And I've just noticed just how many artists just kept sort of doing a similar type of flow, which is dope because you guys have sort of developed your own sound now.
Yeah, and for a long time they wasn't trying to hear that Detroit shit. They'd be like, that music too fast. Like, what are they talking about? And they used to say all they talk about is getting money. Like all they rap about is getting money.
I mean, look, man, it's a big deal to have your own sound.
Yeah.
Because there's lots of regions that you don't really know where that rapper's coming from when you hear him for the first time. Whereas a Detroit rapper these days, like, okay, that's a Detroit rapper. Okay, that's a Houston rapper. That's a LA rapper. But a lot of regions don't have that. So I think the fact that you guys developed it and stuck with it, and there's a lot of artists that are doing it, I think is dope.
Yeah, shout out to Detroit, man. City sticking together.
Well, you said something interesting. It was on Hot New Hip Hop. It was about like the best rapper in Detroit. And you said like how everyone's kind of had their turn. You know, Sada Baby had his turn, T Grizzly had a turn, 42 Doug, Babyface Ray, and so forth. But they don't consistently keep putting out big hits. So it doesn't kind of, you know, there's no rapper that kind of keeps the crown kind of in the way that Eminem had it for a while. Can you explain?
I really can't explain that. I really don't know why. Shit, like, I know T Grizzly held it down a long time. I know 42 Doug held it down a long time. Them two hit makers, like, them two people who I know can perform a show and for 45 minutes straight, nothing but hit records. So I really don't know why it's like that. But there's some hit makers up there. There's a few hit makers up there. But like you say, it do kind of like seem like a motherfucker get in there and then it like kind of like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what that is though. Maybe that's some Detroit shit. I don't know. What you think, Brad?
I mean, consistency in hit records is one of the hardest things to pull off.
Yeah. It was like with me, right? I was never really chasing a hit record. Like when the 2 Million Up record came, it was, I appreciated it. I loved it. But I didn't really want the pressure of people thinking that I had to come back with a follow-up record as big as that, or, you know what I'm saying? It kind of like take away the fun of making music, like once you got so much pressure on about a hit record.
Well, you said something interesting. You said, I'm a fan of Eminem. Do we consider him our best rapper? I don't think Detroit does.
No, I don't think Detroit appreciate him the way they should, only because we come from different walks of life. Like a lot of us come from different walks of life. So a lot of music that they listen to, like Eminem probably they can't relate to him. But me, I can relate to Eminem because I'm creative. I know how to get in a different thinking bag. I can think about different shit. Like my imagination is crazy. So I can listen to Eminem and feel like, damn, I fuck with that. Like, so I've been a fan of Eminem the whole time. I never wasn't a fan of him. I listened to all his music and I knew the whole Marshall Mathers LP. song for song.
I mean, look, Eminem is the only rapper that has continued to drop platinum albums into his 50s consistently and
100%.
has never really deviated into other, never did fashion, never did sneakers or electronics or liquor
Yeah.
or whatever else. He just kept dropping albums that would go platinum each time. Like Jay-Z drops, but every so often,
Mm-hmm.
right? Every 5, 6, 7 years. Like, and he's got other shit going on. Eminem has strictly been rapping, and every few years he drops something that always reacts. It's really kind of hard not to give him that GOAT status just based
Oh, no,
on
he the
the
GOAT for
body of
sure.
work, the consistency.
He the
Like, I
GOAT.
can't name someone who's done it bigger than him on this level.
No, he the GOAT. You can't not say he ain't no GOAT. He definitely the GOAT. They just don't relate to him on the street level. But he the GOAT though, for sure. Like the biggest GOAT.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the only person that I think might surpass him is maybe Drake.
Yeah. That's crazy. One of the biggest artists in the entire world from Michigan, Detroit.
Yeah, I mean, and I don't think he's caught up to him yet.
You don't think so? Drake ain't caught up to Eminem? I don't really know. I'm asking you.
Let's take a look. Drake total album sales. Eminem total album sales. All right, so here we go. Drake is at 170 million total. Eminem is 227 million total.
Oh yeah.
So it's about 50 million apart, which is about a third. You know, he has another third to go, which I think he'll eventually do it just because he's a younger artist and you know, he has more of a future ahead of him than Eminem, just because of his age. But shit, 227 million?
That's a lot of fucking records.
Rappers that sold the most total albums. Eminem. There we go.
He the biggest?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Tupac is second and Drake is third. Jay-Z is fourth.
Detroit for the win. Again.
Detroit for the win.
Yeah. Shout out Eminem.
Now, you've talked about Trump, and you actually supported Trump bringing in the military in terms of crime in Detroit.
No. I ain't say that, but
What did you say?
I said that somebody got to govern the street, or our grandparents and the kids ain't safe. That's what I said. Like, I wasn't like for it or against it, but I just was saying there's nothing I can do about it. But somebody has to do it because the community not safe if it's not done. As far as our parents, grandparents, kids, babies, women, children. You know what I'm saying?
But recently, there has been a big drop in violent crimes in Detroit.
Yeah.
So the first 3 quarters in Detroit, you've seen a double-digit decline in homicides, non-fatal shootings, and carjackings compared to 2024. So as of September 30th, there were 132 homicides, down from 155 in 2024.
A lot of that go to the push peace movement too, though. And I know because I'm down there. I'm in the street, so I know. A lot of the crime rate shit that dropped is because you got a lot of guys. You got a real movement that's working nonstop from both sides, from every side, to keep the violence down. It ain't like it's Detroit just doing so good, the violence down. There's real players out there that's moving and shaking in the street. Like Beat the Odds, like my man Zeke from New Era, Detroit. Like, these people feet on ground. They going in these neighborhoods, they showing up, they marching, they walking, they doing ride outs. They showing up in the community, they doing everything. Like, even two of the most rival gangs in Detroit put their issues to the side and squashed it to push peace. Like, and because of that, right there, a lot of crime stopped just off of that alone. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of the credit I gotta give to actual soldiers that's doing the work.
Well, in May of this year, Skilla Baby was on 8 Mile in Detroit and his car got shot up and he got hit. He got grazed in the head and the back, shot in the hand, crashed the car, and then GMO Stacks gets arrested right afterwards. Now, you know both parties?
Yeah, I know both parties.
When you heard about the situation, what did you think?
Um, honestly, like I fuck with both of them, you know, and I don't really know if that situation was what people making it seem. I don't really know the ins and outs to it. Like nobody don't know who or what was going on because we wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? So I really ain't really know what was going on. Like I heard it, but I don't even know if that's the true story. So I ain't even finna ask nobody. You know what I'm saying? Because it really ain't my business. So I really fuck with both of them. So I really don't get in they shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I really just when I heard that shit, I'm like, damn. I hope little bro good, and I just pray he good. I hope his family straight.
Well, I had a famous interview with Boosie where he talked about how most rappers get killed in their own city, which is why he moved out. He moved from Baton Rouge to Atlanta and he never looked back. Do you still live in Detroit?
I live
And
all over, like the earth my turf, like, but I mainly be in Detroit a lot. Yeah, I still be at home a lot, but I don't live there. I don't live in Detroit though, but I be at home a lot though.
okay. Do you feel that at the level that you're at, the popularity, especially in your home city, that you can't hang out the way you used to and you have to be a lot more careful because of situations like what happened to Skilla Baby?
Nah, I don't feel like that. Not to sound like, big headed or nothing like that, but I believe my honest opinion is the energy you put out is the energy you receive. You know, now we ain't saying it ain't no haters out here, but I just believe like when you do good by people, you get treated good. Nah, this ain't got nothing to do with skill and stacks. I'm talking about me, how I move and how I feel like how I be at home is I just move off love and and respect. Like I just lead with love, and I go on my first mind. Like I ain't gonna sit around too long. Like if I feel like something ain't right, I'm gone. This shit can go down anywhere, Vlad. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be on point. Like it don't matter if you at home or you away. It take a split second for some shit to happen. So you gotta stay on point, and you gotta make sure your energy right out here. So I'm heavy on the energy vibe. Like I like to lead with positivity. Like I don't spread no bullshit. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't stand for no bullshit. I'm just a straight up guy.
Well, did you know Bang Gang Boom?
Yeah.
That situation was tragic.
Yeah. Shout out Lil Boom. That was my little junior. You know, I know everybody in Detroit.
Okay, so according to reports, he was at a funeral and he got killed after 126 shots were let off. Two women were shot but survived. 5 houses were hit by gunfire. And Boom, who was 26 years old and had 5 kids, ended up getting killed. I've never heard, I mean, a funeral getting shot up with that many shots is something that I've never even heard about before. And I mean, it's crazy how the whole country is talking about Charlie Kirk, but this is a much worse situation if you think about it.
You asking me?
Yeah. I mean,
I
when
don't
you
really
heard
know
about
about the
that, how did you
situation though.
react to it, consider this as a friend of yours?
I mean, it's always tragic when you hear about somebody that you got love for passing away, but I don't know the situation though. Like, I don't know if they was at a funeral or not. Like, I really ain't asked no questions about it. Like, I'm 36, Vlad. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of the shit that go on with the younger crowd, I hear about it, but I ain't finna ask no questions because it really ain't none of my business. So I don't really know how that situation went or how it went, where he was at, or what the fuck he was doing, or I don't really know for real. But I just know it's always tragic when you hear about somebody that you got love for passing away. It's always fucked up.
But yeah, I mean, he was attending a funeral for a friend of his, and ends up getting killed at the funeral. I just feel like, I mean, there's certain lines that people generally didn't cross, but now you see situations like this. You know, you also see, you go to Jacksonville, you see people like Fulio filming music videos at grave sites, holding up pictures of his dead enemies and so forth. I just feel like whatever rules that people had during your generation, my generation, been thrown out the window in social media.
Yeah, 100%. Like, but that's why I stay out the way. Like, when you get to a certain age, you got to know certain shit ain't for you no more. Like, you got to let them have it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm too old to be out there trying to keep up with the youngins and trying to compete on their level. Like, I don't want no smoke with no youngins. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't built for that shit to be these little niggas crazy out here, Vlad. You know that. I ain't on that. Like, I'm trying to raise my kids to never have to go through no shit like that, and I'm trying to make sure I'm here for mine to make sure I raise them right.
Well, you talked about investing.
Yeah.
This is something I've always been big on. I've always pushed stock investing.
I know you print that shit, Vlad. I know you print money.
Now you say you don't really have to rap anymore because of your investments.
Yeah, facts.
Okay, so break down your investments.
I ain't gonna sit here and break it all down, but what I will say is this. I'm on stocks, trading gold, real estate, watches, you know, shit like that. But I ain't gonna break it down. I was always told that, you know, a lot of shit you got to keep under the hat. You know, a lot of these people think I just rap, Vlad. They don't really know, like, if I never make an album again, I'm gonna be cool. You know what I'm saying? And I like it like that. I like when people judge me because they think I'm ignorant. They think all rappers spend their money on jewelry, cars, women, and shit like that. I like when they judge me like that because if you look at me, I'm somebody that really never had the major hit records or none of this shit. But I live a decent life. You know what I'm saying? I can go anywhere I want to go anytime. I can buy whatever I want to buy. My mama and them cool, everybody good. You know what I'm saying? So I'm pretty blessed, Vlad, you know?
Well, look, I just feel, I don't want, I don't want to see your bank account statements, but I think that talking about investments and what people with actual real money invest in, I think is a big deal. So like, for example, in my stock portfolio, and I've been starting since 2010, like my best investment has been Google.
Say that one more time.
I've been buying Google since 2010. Google.
Yeah. See, I got onto the stocks a little late because we ain't had that type of knowledge and we ain't had the funds to, like, where I'm from. Like, they ain't thinking about no damn stocks over there. I had to really get the fuck from over there. It took me to get to a certain age. I had to go through so many stages of life to even get to this level of thinking, to where it's like so many guys from the street scared to even invest their money. You know what I'm saying? So it was like a challenge for me to even find something to invest in, because it's like, coming from where we come from, you think everybody trying to get out on you. You know what I'm saying? Then in the street, you always looking for a fast return on your money. So, but yeah, I'm heavy on the stocks and shit, like XRP and all that shit. Like, I got some Bitcoin and all that. You know what I'm saying? I got some money on gold and all that shit. I was trading gold, and you know, I got a few buildings, houses, mansions, regular cribs, duplexes. You know what I'm saying? 5 units, shit like that.
Yeah, I mean, Grant Cardone is a regular on my show, and he's like a real estate billionaire.
Yeah.
And he's always said, like, if you're really serious about real estate investing, you should start with about 8 units.
Mm-hmm.
He said those little 1, 2, 3 units, those aren't going to make you any money. If you really want to be serious, go 8 units or higher, and that's when you turn into a real business. You know, like, I have a big watch collection, but watches aren't really investments. They're just places to park your money.
It's just some fly shit, because you ain't really finna sell no watch, then it's just fly. We say we investing, but we really just parking a few dollars.
Yeah, you're just parking. I mean, you could buy a Rolex Presidential for, I don't know, $40K, and a couple years later, maybe sell it for $42K. You know,
but even if you can buy a Rollie for $40K and you can sell it for $60K, you ain't finna sell your watch. So it's like, shit, you just the value might go back down.
Yeah, exactly. That's just a place to park your money. So I don't want people to think that jewelry or investments are really
Facts. Yeah, let's tell them that.
Jewelry is an investment because it really isn't. Unless you could get like, let's just say a platinum Daytona at retail.
At retail, you
got to
be getting it at
you
retail.
Can't do it any store.
You got to be getting it at retail. Like you got to be dealing with the Audemars dealers and the Rolex dealers to actually be investing in jewelry. Like
exactly.
Other than that, you just parking your money.
And usually have to buy a whole bunch of bullshit watches along the way to even get to those watches that you actually could flip later on.
You got to buy bullshit girl watches and shit like that just to even be on the list to get what you want. And hopefully you get your watch.
Exactly. All the round Audemars that no one wants, they sell for under retail after you buy them.
I had damn near forgot that you couldn't buy no watch out the store because I was in a Rolex store not too long ago and they had the new Daytona in there with the green face. And he let me try it on and shit. So I'm like, how much is this? He like 50,000, like 52. I'm like, I'm about to come and get this motherfucker tomorrow. But I'm thinking, I was so hyped because I heard 52,000. But in my mind, I'm like, I can't fucking buy this watch from them. They ain't finna let me come buy this watch. I'm like, if somebody would have been bought this damn watch, this watch would never be here. If it was that easy. You know what I'm saying? I had forgot that fast. Like, you can't just run up in Rolex and buy no watch like that.
Nah, usually when you go into a Rolex store, everything is display only. Like you can't actually buy anything. And they might have a few watches in the bag, but usually the watches are kind of like watches that most people don't want. You're not going to buy like the really desirable shit. But
I heard, not to cut you off, I heard that Rolex only allow you to sell a certain amount of watches a month. Or like you only allowed to, like you might have 300 watches, but you only allowed to sell 50.
Right.
Like you only allow, and once that's how they keep the value high. You know what I'm saying? They only allow you to sell so many watches. It ain't that they don't got them. It's that you only allowed to sell maybe 50 per whatever the time is that they give you.
Besides your house or one of your properties, what do you think is the most expensive purchase you ever made?
Probably some jewelry. Probably a piece of jewelry, yeah. Because I done spent like $96,000 on a watch before. I spent $170 on the watch. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, like probably with some jewelry. I ain't really never spent no shitload of money if it wasn't on no crib or no jewelry.
So which watch was the 170 watch?
I had a Daytona, off-catalog Daytona.
Oh, okay.
Rubber band strap.
Okay.
With the rubber strap, yeah.
What kind of face?
It was like a Rolex diamond. It's like kind of different kind of diamonds in the motherfucker. I can't really explain it. I can show you a picture of it, but it's like square diamonds. It's like a motherfucking I don't know. I can't really explain it, but all I can do is just show it to you.
Yeah, no. Once you get off catalog with Rolex, you start getting into some really interesting watches.
Yeah. That motherfucker cost me $170.
My most expensive watch is I got a Richard Mille.
You like it?
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, I like the Richard Mille.
I love it.
Especially that rose gold and orange.
I had to trade up a bunch of other watches. I'd like trade in 3 other watches and kick up some money in order to get it.
Mm-hmm.
But something about the RMs that it just hits different when you.
It's just when they see it, you just automatically know what time it is. Right. But the only thing, you got to be somebody important wearing it, or you gonna question if it's real or fake. That's the only thing. You got to question the person who wearing it. Like, you never know who wearing the watch. It could be a fucking famous baseball player. That's the thing about them watches like that too. You never know who wearing them watches.
Yeah, I think most people think that I'm not wearing a fake one. So
no, they know you ain't wearing no fake one. We know you got them motherfuckers wear.
I got a little something.
I like to hear you talk shit to people though, Vlad. I be hearing you pop shit. I like when you pop shit though.
You got to, man. Been doing it for a minute.
You work hard. You supposed to pop a little shit from time to time.
Well, I remember in our last interview, you're talking about Rio, the young OG. I think he was about to come out.
Yeah.
I think he was like locked up at the time. And I feel like since he's come out, I just haven't seen a run like that.
The OG, man, he different, man. Like, I knew he was finna do this the very first time I ever heard his voice for the first time. Like, I knew where he was gonna be. I knew he was like a black Eminem type because remember I was telling you I'm a fan of Eminem. I listen to all his music. I've never heard nobody say the type of shit that Rio say, but Eminem. People don't talk like that. Like,
Yeah, I mean, since he came out, he just hit the ground running and just never stopped. I mean, wasn't he like on Mafia-thon recently with
yeah, he
Kai
was on
Cenat?
Mafia-thon. He did Playboy Max. Like, he running. Like, he going crazy. Ree one of them artists. And I'm going to tell you what's so special about Rio, right? The label really never had to spend marketing dollars on Ree. He's just like he like a human marketing himself. All this shit just go. Like, we don't have to spend money on promo or nothing with him. Like, that shit just, he barely got to post that shit. Like, I don't know what type of fan base that boy got. Like, his fans crazy about him, man. He one of the only people who I've never really seen people talk bad about. Like, up until now. Like, you know, now you got little trolls, but before that, I never heard nobody talk bad about Rio. Like, I ain't really never heard his fans troll him. I never heard nobody, like, I never seen bad comments or nothing. And maybe it's because a lot of the shit you can probably say about him, he said himself. So it's probably really nothing you could say, but he's just one of them people that just love, man. The community just love him. He like, and I don't want to go on and on about this shit, Vlad, but it's like only years, like it's only, people only come around, they don't come around like that, like Kodaks, young boys, and you know what I'm saying, people who they just love unconditionally, like who they watch go through you know what I'm saying, triumph and shit. And that's Rio. Like his whole career he never could move. His whole career he was on tether. Then he got locked up, went to jail for 5 years, came home, couldn't leave the crib for about another year. You know what I'm saying? So let's just say for maybe 6 years, the boy been like with police in his life, like couldn't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? So it's just special to watch the pot just, you know what I mean? Like, I really can't explain it. That's why I keep talking about this shit. Like,
Okay, so he's signed to your Ghetto Boys Entertainment, right?
yeah, but I'm gonna let the world know that he ain't signed. He not signing me no more. We handled we handled the business. We completed all the contracts. We young money, cash money type shit right now. You know what I'm saying?
Aha.
We on some whole other shit. Like I feel like, and we feel like, as businessmen and brothers, that we got to this point so he could be a boss, so he can go and sign whoever you want to sign and work with whoever you want to work with. This shit it's not about having your brother under contract with you. This shit ain't about making money off your family. And yeah, we make money together because we made millions together. We made a shitload of money together, but he's a boss. Like and now I feel like with him and my entertainment and the Gaffle Boys, like that's a whole nother, for Flint, that's a whole nother wave. Like, cause I'm from Detroit, so I can't take everybody from Flint and sign them. But he can go back to Flint and sign whoever the fuck he want to sign, or whoever in the world. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you got young money, cash money type shit, like with no ego. Like we ain't tripping about him not being signed directly to me and all that. It ain't about that. Like we did all this shit, built him up to be a superstar, to be a boss so he can go and run. And that's what he doing.
Okay, so when did you originally sign him, though?
I signed him. Yeah, I definitely signed him.
No. But what year did you sign him originally?
Was it 19? 20? I don't remember. It might have been either 19 or 20. Cause I was I really believe I was still in jail when it shit happened. So it probably was like 2019 or 2020.
Okay, because in February of 2019, Rio the Young OG and 14 co-defendants were charged with a bunch of federal crimes.
Yeah.
So Rio ended up getting sentenced to 5 years after he pled guilty to one count of possession of a firearm and furtherance of a drug trafficking crime.
Yeah.
And he started that sentence in 2021 in the summer.
Yeah.
So you signed him around the time that he got charged?
No, I think Ree was signed. like I said, I was in jail. I was in prison when we did the deal. So I don't remember the exact timeline of the deal, like exactly when the deal was. But yeah. Yeah, he was in trouble. Yeah.
Okay, so at the time they signed him, that's when all the
I think he
problems
was
started.
signed before that and then got in trouble. But I really can't remember though, honestly. I really
No,
don't want to sit on the show and
I
be
got
like,
you.
because I really don't know for I had to ask him exactly what day it was. But it was around that time, yeah, for sure.
I mean, it's just interesting. It's like, okay, you sign him, but he's got
Him
all
and
these
RMC
legal
Mike.
problems, and then he ends up doing 5 years
Yeah.
right when he starts to get hot, and then everything just gets put on hold.
Yeah. But he was still going, he was still doing his thing from in there though. Like he never slowed down like with the music. Cause he was still dropping heat. He was still dropping albums. They were still going top 5 with no promo. Like he was still streaming, one of the biggest streaming artists in the world. And he did all that shit from in there.
Is this the only artist you ever signed?
No, I had him. I had an artist named Reese Youngin from Pittsburgh, and I had RMC Mike. Well, RMC Mike still signed the Ghetto Boys, but you know, he got for Boys Mind Entertainment too though.
Okay, but Rio's the only one that really had that type of success.
Yeah. Reese Youngin had success too though. We supposed to did the deal with him and Cash Money, but that ain't really go. But you know, he had a big success too though. Reese Youngin did. And also Mike had a lot of success too though.
Is that your overall goal at one point, to stop rapping and just run a label, or do you think that that's not really your calling?
I really did this label shit because like nobody would sign me. Like I never was presented with no opportunity to be something in music until I made it myself. So when I seen how hard it was, I'm like, shit, if I can be like a vessel to the streets or somebody who can help, you know what I'm saying? Cause everybody around my way, they used to, I was the most popular artist in the city at one point in time. So it was looking like I was the industry cat at the time, you know what I'm saying? So everybody now, initially, you know, everybody like P can help us, and you know, that's what I love to do anyway, like anywhere I can help. But I ain't really into signing a lot of artists. Like I thought about it and I did have 3 artists signed, but I ain't really into signing a hella artists because everybody not hustlers. Like I don't really want to deal with people who I feel like I gotta take care of. Like only artists I want to work with is artists who don't need me. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't really want to deal with artists who need me. Rio never needed me. Like, Rio never needed my help. Like, I never had to be at the studio with Rio. Like, I never had to make him go rap. Like, I got to make him lead the studio. Like, you know what I'm saying? It'd be shit like that. I got to make Mike and them lead the studio. We got to pull up. Everything we doing is at the studio. Everything is evolved around making music. Like, that's why them guys so successful, because the way they love making music is just unmatched. Like you have to fall in love with this shit. And I don't really want to work with people who don't feel about music how I feel about it. Like some people be looking at this shit as just like a money grab, a quick hustle. Like I'm gonna get in this rap shit and get some money, but that's not how I feel about music though. I feel like I do this shit for free and don't make no money because I love it. Like, you know? And if you don't really feel that way about this shit, then I don't really want to work with you.
Man, look, as someone who's been around in this industry now for coming up on 25 years, signing a new artist is one of the hardest things in business, not just music business, just in business in general that you could do. To take some guy or some girl that you think has potential because you heard them put together some songs on SoundCloud, and to turn this into a viable business where they're making money after all the money you invest into studio time, promo, helping them out with their rent, whatever else, keeping them out of jail. You know, if you sign certain types of artists, to them actually making money on shows, having streams that generate a profit, and then them not going with someone else as soon as they start to blow.
Yeah.
It's almost impossible, which is why like
I don't really want to speak on it. Like like I'm gonna just say this, right, Vlad? Like,
Mm-hmm.
and I really don't want to, but this situation had kind of got under my skin a little bit, and it kind of made me feel like I really don't want to fuck with artists, like, because it was I really got down. You know what? Fuck that shit, Vlad. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Fuck it.
Whatever you were about to say,
I was about to
everyone
say
else went through in
I
your
was about to
position at some
explain the
point.
situation, but I ain't gonna even explain it. Fuck it.
Nah,
Fuck
it's cool. It's cool. I mean, look, like I remember I was at the NBA YoungBoy show last week, and me and Birdman, we'd been talking for a couple of years, but we got to actually meet up in person for the first time. And we were just talking about how there's been no one like Birdman that's broken artists in each decade consistently and just stuck with the music, never went into liquor or fashion or electronics or whatever else. He stuck with the music and consistently found superstars over and over again. Now with YoungBoy, he's working with him, Drake, Nicki, Wayne.
That's because all these CEO motherfuckers want to be rappers now. Stunner come from making money. So Stunner is naturally a businessman.
Mm-hmm.
He want to do business. That's what this shit about. Like, we finna sign these young niggas and make them millionaires. That's Stunner. That's the business. He don't give a fuck about no liquor and all that shit. Like, we didn't come here for that. That's not what we here to do. Now, all the extra shit cool. It come with the game, but what we really here and what our main focus is music. We can never get away from the music because the fashion here or the liquor or all that other shit, this shit is about making music, hit records, man. That's the business we in.
Yeah, I remember this was like early 2000s. I was in Atlanta at Treetop Studios. And I remember the owner told me, you see, like, yo, the main room right here, like the big room, Birdman has had this rented out for a month and he hasn't even showed up.
That's Stunner.
But every day he's just paying for it just in case.
Just in case. I might feel
just
like
in
that.
Case.
I might catch me a vibe. And when I catch my vibe, I want to be in the best room, the biggest shit, and the best quality in there. It's Birdman though.
Yeah. So
I fuck with Stunner though. You know, that's my guy for real. Like
me
that,
too.
like I remember like some shit had happened with me where some guys had like tried to walk me in the crib and shit. That shit had went viral. But I had talked about it on the last time I was on Vlad. But Birdman called me personally on the phone, like, blood, like, you know how he talk, blood, like, that shit can't never happen no more, blood. He like, bro, I'm so happy you good, like, nigga. He like, bro, don't ever put yourself in that type of situation again. Basically what he was telling me, like, you lucky, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You blessed, bro. This Birdman called me and telling me this, you know? Like, this somebody who I watched as a kid on TV. Like, I never thought I'd talk to Birdman or see Birdman. Then he called me, giving me advice, like, on how to move in the street, like, you know? So, shit, you know, life is beautiful, man. Life is beautiful, Vlad.
Yeah. Yeah, but as you can see how much of a rarity Birdman is
100%.
to be able to actually sign these artists and turn them into superstars over and over again, consistently. You know, like look at Diddy. Diddy had a run, but then at one point he just started doing other shit.
Yeah.
Diddy hasn't broken an artist since like French Montana, let's say. And even French was already moving by the time he signed.
Shout out French, man. That's my dog.
So yeah, man. I mean, I feel your frustration, man. You've had some success with signing artists, but you know, whatever you don't want to talk about clearly got under your skin.
Yeah, that shit kind of irritated me because I was really trying to do something. And yeah, that shit kind of irritated me.
Well, in our last interview, you talked about how you and Doughboy's Cash Out worked things out. And since that time, you and Payroll Giovanni had a bunch of songs together.
Yeah, that's my brother, man. That's like my long lost brother, man. Like, it's so much shit that me and Pay got in common that the world don't know. It's crazy. Like recently, I just found out both our grandmother's name is Bobby. Both of our names start with a P, our rap name. Peezy, Payroll. Both of our girls' names start with a K. Kendra, Korea. Like, our story basically the same. Our message the same. Like, me and Payroll down there, one and the same. Just from different sides. You know what I'm saying? So, that shit was gonna happen anyway. Like, the little petty shit we got over and was going through when we was kids, that was just basically just kid ego shit. Like, popular kids with ego.
You know, last night I was on the phone with Fly, who is YFN Lucci's manager,
Yeah.
who owns the label. And we were talking about how Lucci and Young Thug did a song together. And some people were upset about it, but me and him both agreed that this was great. That
You know, I know
here's
both
two
of them.
guys. You
Shout
know both
out
of them personally?
Lucci and Thug. My bad, Blair. I hate cutting you off, brother.
No,
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I apologize, bro. My bad. But I know Lucci and Thug. I've been knowing both of them for a long time. Like, that's great. That's like the biggest shit you can do is put issues to the side for a greater cause. Ain't nothing bigger than that. Especially when it's been a lot of shit that happened behind it, to where now we can actually put it, you know what I'm saying, to the back of us and move forward for a greater cause. And the community get to see it. Now, of course, you're going to have people who against it, but then you're going to have people who like, this shit is a breath of fresh air for the city. Like, for around the world, this is a great example for a lot of kids, you know?
Yeah. I mean, look, me and Lucci have done like 3 interviews over the years. I think I actually did his last interview before he got locked up. And I mean, Thug, I don't know, but the amount of violence that happened between these two crews that resulted in death, people going to prison, some of which are never getting out. You know, Lucci's house got shot up. People, you know, the beef is going to the point where people are standing on his cars and taking pictures and just constant violence. The fact that these two both got locked up, both pled guilty, and are now out pursuing their career, and the fact that they can put that shit aside and make a song together. They don't have to be best friends, but the fact that they actually put a song together, I thought was the greatest shit to happen in Atlanta in the last 10 years.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. It's always great when two legends come together, man, for the city. That's always gonna be a great look. Shout out to both of them.
I mean, you did that with Doughboy's Cash Out. Do you think that when you see the different crews in Detroit that are beefing right now, do you think that they could come together and do something similar?
I think they got to get to a point in life where they can do that. You know, all these guys that you seeing and talking about their kids, but like 15, 16, 17. Like, when I was that age, I wasn't really trying to do no talking either. Like, I ain't really want to hear nobody telling me no shit either. Like, but it's gonna come a time in life where they gonna get to that point. I just pray it ain't too late. That's all I can say. Like, I pray they get to that point before it's too late. Cause I'm telling you, it's a beautiful feeling. Like, it's a ton of weight off your shoulder, and it's a beautiful feeling.
Well, you did an interview where you said that you don't hire black people to do work around your house, and that you've only been harmed by black people.
100%.
Explain
Niggas.
that.
Only niggas, man. We hurt each other. We kill each other. We talk about each other. We dog each other, drag each other. We are our own enemy. Like, niggas, like, nobody Jewish never did nothing to me. Like, no white people never tried to kill me or harm me. It always been somebody my color, like, that tried to do some bullshit. Like, it was never nobody no other color. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I understand the history of racism and all that. Like, I get it. You know what I'm saying? I truly get it, but it's the niggas that's more racist than anybody. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say we, as black people, we more racist to each other than anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like,
What do you mean by you're more racist towards each other? Explain.
we hate each other. Like, we down there hate each other's skin color. Like, hate your black ass, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really can't explain it, bro, but it's like, it's this crab in a bucket mentality shit is crazy with us as a race, to where we can't, like, soon as somebody make it, we tear them down. Like, we hate to see somebody make it. Like, we hate to see, like, look how they do Puff. Like, look how they do Ho. Like, look at that shit. Like, you can feel how you want to feel. You don't see nobody of no other race tearing their leaders down. Like, you don't see that shit. You only see us doing it. It's always a joke when tragedy happened to us. It's always a joke to us. Like, that shit not funny, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we so fucked up as a race. Like, hell no, I don't hire black people to do no work around my house. For what? You feel me? Like, so for what? Like, so they can try to come back and break in my shit. I ain't saying everybody. I'm not saying everybody. Like, let's not, because we don't want to start no big ass discussion on the internet of people saying I don't like black people. I'm saying niggas, man. Niggas, man. I do not hire niggas, man, to do no work around my house. I'm just like that, man. I'm sorry. It always been a nigga that tried to harm me. It was never nobody else. I done let all type of Chaldeans, white people, Mexicans do work, fix my cars, fix my cribs, none of that. Never no problems. Nigga come over your house, a month later, attempted break in. Oh, man.
You're saying you connected someone that did work on your house to actually breaking into your house?
No. I was using that as an example.
Okay, so what have you had happen though that's been so bad?
Shit, nigga, I got shot by somebody black. It wasn't nobody white that shot me. It wasn't nobody Indian that shot me. It was a nigga that tried to kill me. When they tried to walk me in my house, it was black people. Like, it wasn't nobody, it wasn't no other race. Like, we do this shit to each other, right?
Okay, but isn't that just because of vicinity and you're around certain types of people?
I wasn't in the ghetto. I don't live in no motherfucking hood. I don't live in no, I'm a player, Vlad. Like, I do lavish 5-star shit. Like, when you see me, the only time you see me in the hood is if I need to be in the hood for that moment I'm in the hood. Other than that, I'm chilling. Like, I do player, big boy, lavish shit. Like, I like to eat at 5-star restaurants and all that shit. I don't really be around. I don't really know how to explain it. Like, I get what you saying, but I wasn't in no circumstance like that.
Well, no, I don't mean in the direct vicinity, but I'm saying, like, in terms of your fan base and people who follow you, go to your shows, follow you on social media and so forth, it's probably a mostly black fan base, right?
Yeah, but I got a lot of other races that fuck with me. But what I'm saying is the mentality of blacks against each other is fucked up, is what I'm trying to tell you. And that shit spread like wildfire because I'm not allowed to make a mistake. I'm not allowed to make a mistake in front of nobody. Like, as a celebrity, as a black entertainer, as Peezy, I'm not allowed to fuck up. My community is gonna end my career if I do some shit that make me look crazy. Anything that's not to the liking of these people, they gonna drag the fuck out of me. They gonna make me the laughing stock. They gonna talk bad about me. They gonna do me bad, Vlad. They did it to me before. They'll do it again. Like, don't never get this shit twisted. These people ain't loyal. Like, this fan shit, this fan base shit, is all really just fake for real.
Okay, but to play devil's advocate here, I don't think any rich people have ever shot you or tried to rob you.
No.
Right?
Hell no, they haven't.
Okay, so black, white, otherwise, I'm gonna guess that the person that tried to harm you was probably broke.
No broke black. No, I don't know. I can't even say that, but I don't know who the fuck it was. They could have been rich. Listen to what I'm trying to tell you. I know what you're trying to say, but hear me out.
Okay, let's go.
No broke white people never tried to harm me. You get what I'm saying? Like, that shit don't mean nothing. This ain't no dollar amount. This is a race. This is nigga on nigga. This nigga on nigga. And it's being public, it's being televised. Like, and publicized and pushed out on an algorithm to spread. And it's making it way worse than it's been going on. We're not saying that white on white crime ain't happening, or Chinese on Chinese crime ain't happening, or Chaldean on Chaldean crime not happening. But when a Chaldean, a famous white person, fuck up, you're not seeing a million white people on the comments, dragging them, talking shit about them, spreading it around. You only see that shit with us. If Puff was white, they wouldn't be talking about him like how they do.
I disagree. They're still talking about Epstein.
Man,
like
they ain't
that.
talking about no fucking Epstein, man.
You
They
know,
talking about
that
Puff,
never
man.
stopped.
They just gave Puff 5 years. They gave Puff 5 years. They
What's
just
that?
gave somebody else who 6 months. I know you seen it.
Who?
I forgot the Chinese man name, wherever the white guy name, whoever he was, on the rape charges. They gave him 6 months. It's in the news. I forgot his name though. He got 6 months. Puff got 5 years. Puff ain't his shit. Puff didn't do nothing.
Okay, well, so if you want to talk about that case,
I don't really want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about this shit.
I just want to say this because the other day I had one of your homies come on my show, Judge Mathis.
Yeah, that's my homie, Judge Mathis,
That's
Detroit boys.
your homie right there. We talked about you. I said, I got Peezy coming up. He's like, oh yeah, I know Peezy.
Yeah.
You know, he had the Detroit versus everybody hoodie on in the interview, right? That's my OG right there. And I just want to say this because, you know, you threw the comment out and we got a Detroit judge who actually chimed in on it, right?
Yeah.
Me and you could talk our shit, but we don't have law degrees.
100%.
We're just talking shit.
Yeah.
What he said, and he predicted it before it even happened, because I had him on before the verdict. He said the thing is that, yeah, what Puff got convicted of, the prostitution, is not really a big deal, but it's up to the judge's discretion in situations like this when a lot of stuff comes out, like all the violence and the threats and the firebombing of Kid Cudi's car and women who wanted to commit suicide and so forth. They could use that to their discretion in the sentencing. And that's basically what happened.
So basically all the violent shit was what got Puff to 5 years. It wasn't the freak off shit and all that.
It wasn't the freak off. Well, it was 4 years. It was 50 months, which is 4 years and 2 months.
Yeah.
Well,
Free Puff,
he got 14 months,
Free
time
Puff.
served. He might end up doing about a year and a half,
Yeah.
but
Free him.
that's why. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I like to talk to people that actually know what they're talking about with this shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, instead of just, you know, thinking, because I think it was crazy too. I was predicting time
But you
served
was
or
fighting
maybe.
for. I can't lie, Valet. I got a lot of respect for you because you stepped up and spoke on behalf of Puff. You said they was fucking him over. A lot of people weren't speaking on behalf of Puff, and you spoke up for him. And you went on these platforms and you was really vocal about it. You know what I'm saying? So I got a lot of respect for you for like, cause you know they fucked him over, but we ain't got to talk about it. But I got a lot of respect for you for that.
I got into an argument on live television with Tony Busby, who had the 100 victims that claimed that Puff raped and drugged all of them. And I said it was all bullshit.
Mm-hmm. And it was.
Yeah.
This ain't even shit I like talking about, but I know this was some bullshit. Like, I just know it was, man.
Man, let me tell you, every man around the world is terrified to fly a woman out these days.
Man,
you know?
bro. It's so hard to be, it's so hard and it's so dangerous to be a rapper or a celebrity right now. Man, they got every way you could think of to trick us out of our spot, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you really have to be focused, prayed up to make it through this shit. Like, the smallest shit can end your whole career in this game. Like, the smallest little bit of scrutiny, they could take that shit and turn it left. You know what I'm saying? The smallest little bit of rumor, like anything, like any small piece of negativity will spread. And it's hard. Well, like, don't nobody care about the truth when a lot more entertaining.
Yep.
Don't nobody care about the truth when a lie is just more entertaining. So the worst position to be in is to be in a position where you got to defend your name or your honor. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, look, like, for example, like Metro Boomin, right? He got accused. You know about this case?
No, I don't really know about that case, but I heard he beat it, though.
This is an interesting case, right? So this woman who claimed that Metro Boomin raped her 7 years ago. She came to the realization after doing mushrooms and somehow found a lawyer to take this case on contingency.
Yeah.
Right? So high on drugs, she suddenly felt that, oh, this famous producer raped me. They file a lawsuit. He refuses to settle. He goes to court and wins all the charges. Probably spent about $500,000 in court, right? If you think about all the legal charges of actually going to court and everything else like that, in a case this big. She walks away, didn't spend any money on legal fees.
Nothing.
You can't really sue her because she probably doesn't have any money. You know, you'll sue her, you'll go to court, she won't show up, you'll get a default judgment, you won't be able to collect. You've just spent $100,000 for no good reason.
She ain't going to jail.
She's a private citizen. She goes on. No one probably even connects her to this situation. People are going to think he's still a rapist and he just got off because he paid his way out of it. And this is how the legal system works these days, especially if you have money and you're a celebrity. Me included. I've dealt with bullshit lawsuits that I've had to settle for no good reason because it's cheaper to settle the lawsuit than actually go through it. Have you dealt with lawsuits?
Hell yeah, I just lost the lawsuit.
Really?
Yeah, I don't really want to talk about it though. I can't really speak about it though, but yeah, I just went through a lawsuit.
Fair enough, but this is, once you get to a certain level, you just have to spend money on lawyers just to maintain.
I know that now, Vlad. Yeah, you gotta have them lawyers on deck.
Yeah, and if someone approaches you with a lawsuit, you're usually better off to just figure it out right then and there. Mm-hmm. Okay, how much you want? Okay, if it's remotely fair, let's just figure it out, because once it starts getting into court, and it starts getting into depositions and whatever else, you're going to wish that you had settled. And that's just the reality of it, man. You know, at one point, celebrities were like protected by the law. Now it's the other way around. They're targets.
Yeah, we targets, man.
Yep.
That's why it's like, it'd be damn if you do, damn if you don't as a celebrity. I stay out the way. I try my best not to get caught up in this shit, because I don't want to go through none of this shit. Like, it's tricky, bro. Mm-hmm. The game tricky. You got to be a shark. You got to stay focused. You got to really keep God in your life. You got to keep God in your life. And you really can't deal with a bunch of different females in this shit either. You know what I'm saying? Like, the women, man, you really got to be careful with these girls. I never been big on just fucking everybody like how all the niggas, like a lot of rappers, they all fuck the same girls. Like, I never been big on just having hella industry girls. Like, I never been that type of nigga. Like, always like my bitches a little more real. You know what I'm saying? Like, from around the way. I like from around the way girls. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, more real people. Like, I like real people. Like, my girl a real person. Like, you know what I'm saying? She come from a praying family. Her sister a preacher. You know what I'm saying? She was very close to her father. You know what I'm saying? Careers. You know what I'm saying? Very well-grounded, respectful. You know what I'm saying? Like, real people, man.
Look, I was hanging out. I don't want to say who it is because I don't want to get him in trouble from this conversation. But a Grammy-winning rapper that I'm friends with, we were hanging out a couple weeks ago. And he said something interesting I'm always going to remember. He said, you know, Vlad, I have seen so many great men that I admire go down for the same thing. New bitches.
Yeah. New bitches, man. You know, pussy is the devil. Like every man is wired the same. Like, mm-hmm. A lot of men can't control that shit. Like, you know, you really got to be a dog. Like, you got to be a pit to be able to control your sexual desires and deal with these women. Cause nigga, women is the slickest of the slickest. Like, they really like godly. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't really no woman for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta have some real discipline for this shit. Self-discipline is the real key when it comes to all of this shit. Like, even women, you gotta have self-discipline. You can't just be running around here like a dog with the pink shit hanging out, fucking everything. Then you look up, you got 5, 6 kids. Everybody trying to get you for child support. It's just a big fucking scam. It's a money grab. Like, you ain't getting no, don't nobody really love you for you when you get to a certain point in this shit. You got to think, a lot of these females is all set up the same. They sitting back, waiting on they lick. They sitting back how we sit back, like, ooh, she fine as hell. Like, damn, I'm finna get her. Like, niggas be sitting back, I'm finna fuck her whole life up. Like, niggas be thinking that type of shit. And that's how they be thinking, like, I'm finna get this nigga, he's sweet. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they be knowing these niggas sweet. You know? You gotta have some real discipline, man. Like,
how many kids do you have?
3.
Okay. Are you done?
I can't say I'm done, nah. I can't say I'm done. I love children, man. Like, the world's so fucked up. I don't want to have no children in the world right now.
Okay.
Like, as of right now, I don't want to have no more kids right now in this moment. Like, as of right now. But, yeah, I do want to have some more children. You know? I do. I want to have a girl, man.
Have you thought about getting a vasectomy?
Nah.
Really? I got one.
What is that, like, making sure you can't have no more kids?
So here's what happened, right? So I have twins, right? And after I had my twins, I froze my sperm and I got a vasectomy. So if I want more kids, I have as many as I want on deck. Right?
Oh, okay.
With someone who I want to have kids with.
Yeah.
But after getting the operation, I can't get anyone pregnant naturally.
Right.
Because I was worried about having a whole bunch of side kids and one night stand kids and whatever else that.
Oh, you like hitting shit raw?
Sometimes.
No, all the time. You just basically said it. You like raw dipping and shit, Vlad.
Well, once you have a vasectomy, then the whole pregnancy thing disappears.
Yeah. So you basically saying you got the vasectomy so you can raw dip and shit. Got it.
You never have to pull out.
Yeah.
Never. For no reason whatsoever. Yeah. But really more importantly is you now control who you have children with.
Yeah.
It's no longer, because at the end of the day, you get a woman pregnant, it doesn't matter what you do or say. If she decides to have it, she's gonna decide to have it.
I'm saying, so like you don't really
anything you try to do, you end up getting a charge for.
What about the STIs? You don't care about that? Do you care about that? Like, do you care about catching the STI? I know you dip raw in a lot of shit. You married?
Anyone who I'm fucking with raw, we both get tested.
All right. Send them up.
We both get tested, and we'll do the type of test where we can check each other's results.
Yeah. Okay. Send them up.
I don't fuck around that, man.
All
but
right,
but to me that was a big thing, is to be able to control who I have kids with, and then once you get to that, once you know that it's going to be in vitro, then you could actually control the gender of the baby also. So if you want a girl, you could have a girl, guaranteed. If you want a boy, you could have a boy. If you want twins, and then now they actually got technology where they could actually go through the embryos and do genetic testing, and they'll tell you, okay, like this baby will potentially be taller. This baby will potentially have this color eyes. This baby potentially might have these types of diseases later on in life, and so forth. And you could actually start deciding what your children will be before they're even born.
Mm-hmm.
So is that like godly, as you get older?
Huh?
Something to consider as you get older.
Yeah, it just don't sound too godly.
Yeah, I'm not religious like that.
Okay, well, to each his own. Yeah. I ain't got nothing.
And let me tell you, like all these like Hollywood twins, Jay-Z and Beyonce, Mariah Carey, J-Lo, all these twins were all done using in vitro.
Say straight up, huh?
Guaranteed. Yeah, guaranteed. So, at the end of the day, I understand believing in God and being religious, but you also have technology at your hands that you have access to, especially when you have money to do this type of thing. Because, you could have a baby for free. In vitro is a process. It might cost you $20,000 or so. But, you also could do things like you could do genetic testing to the point where, let's just say a baby potentially is going to be autistic.
Yeah.
You could just toss that embryo out. And a lot of times when women have miscarriages, they think it's something they did, but sometimes the body already realizes that this baby's going to come out messed up, and it rejects the baby early on.
You just taught me something.
You could save that whole process by getting it done right the first time. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, you just taught me something I ain't know. That's dope.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, I want more kids too, and I'm, you know, even at 52, I do want more kids, and I'm actually like thinking about it in the future, but I want to plan it the way I want to plan it with who I want to plan it with, because there's nothing worse than just a horrible baby mother.
Man, hey fellas, watch who y'all having kids by, man. Shit. I ain't saying that about me, but I'm just saying, watch who you had kids by. That's a very important thing in life.
Oh yeah. Final question before I let you go. You had an interesting quote. You said, "Don't nobody really appreciate a man until he's dead and gone. You really only loved if you can provide something. As a man, it's never really no peace in life. As a man, we got the hardest job anyway."
I honestly feel that way. Yeah. I never felt peace in life, and I didn't have money a lot of times and lost money. I felt better with less. Like, there's no peace in this shit. Like, because every new level you get on is more shit to come with it. So when you think you laxed, it's new challenges in life. There's never a time to just sit back and be like, hell no, it's always new challenges, new levels, new devils. So you really ain't got time to sit back and just be peaceful as a man. You just don't. Like, there's no peace in it. Like, then you think about it, nobody really, if you ain't really providing, nobody ain't really, they don't really love you. Like, you have to be doing something as a man to be loved. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're not, then you're not, right? For example, look how many people got married and got divorced. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Look how many people just got married. 6 months later, they got divorced. Wife hit a lick. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Bro, it's hard out here for a man, especially if you're successful. You know what I'm saying? Bro, you could be with somebody for 5, 6 years, bro, and they really don't love you, bro. You could be sleeping with the enemy. She lining you up the whole time. The whole time. You know how many guys have kids with women that's not their kids, bro? Mm. You know how many guys out here, a woman is playing them like they the father of their children, and she know they not. Bro, they be assing and driving they crazy out here, Vlad. Like, man, it's hard to be a man, Vlad. And it's even harder to be, it's hard enough just being a man. It's harder to be a successful man.
Yeah, I remember reading a story where this guy, well, hold on a second. I think this actually happened in Detroit. In Detroit, this happened. So this guy shows up at his wife's job and pistol whips her because he found out all 3 of his kids are not biologically his.
See what I'm saying? Why you playing with this man like this? Like, why you doing that to him? You know how, like, every single day, he waking up with an agenda on his mind to provide for his 3 kids. Every day, that's all he thinking about is how he can make life better for these 3 children. The whole time she know they not his. The whole time she know this. Man, if that ain't some evil, sick shit, I don't know what it is, man. Like, why would you play with somebody like that? Like, that type of mental stress, like, that come with that shit, like, what about when we find out the baby not ours? Like,
this is the guy right here, Deshaun Flood.
I'm not mad at him. Free him, like,
you know, look like he's still crying over the situation right now.
He should be.
Yeah, Deshaun Flood, 37 years old, was charged with 2 counts of assault with intent to murder, 1 count of possession of a firearm by a prohibited person, and 3 counts of felony firearm possession.
But they say he dead ass wrong.
And pistol whipped his wife.
They say he dead ass wrong for doing that, right? But the woman don't got no accountability. Like, was she wrong for pushing him that far?
Well, look, it's one of those things where I don't think he did the right thing. I don't think there's a reason to pistol
I
whip
don't think he should have
anybody,
pistol whipped
but
her.
I understand why he did it. Let's put
But
it
I'm
like
not
that.
mad
I
at him.
understand why he did it. I don't agree
100%.
with his actions.
I don't
But I
agree
can
with it, but
understand why
I ain't
he did
mad
it.
at him. I wouldn't have did it.
Yeah.
But I ain't mad
listen,
at him though.
look, there's a good reason to pistol whip somebody. This might be one of those good
That's
reasons.
a good reason. Like, if you gonna pistol whip somebody, let it be because you found out the kids wasn't yours.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. Your whole life, all three, not one of the kids isn't yours.
All three?
All three, your whole family. You
Your
find
whole
out your whole
family's not
family
yours,
is
bro.
not actually your family.
That's crazy, bro. Man, people, if you ain't strong enough to deal with that shit, you can kill yourself. Like, somebody will kill themselves dealing with that type of shit. Like, that type of mental stress,
Yeah.
unbearable.
Yep.
Disrespectful.
Yeah, it happened in Detroit, your home city of all places.
Yeah, them girls out there do that shit to you in Detroit.
Yeah, I ain't messing with no Detroit girls, man. That's it. This
Hey,
story
but
right here.
hey, shout out to the Detroit women, man. They some hustling motherfuckers, but they gonna motherfucking dress and put that shit on, but they ain't gonna treat you like shit. Tell you that now.
That's what it is, Peezy, man.
Vlad.
Congratulations on everything you've done, man.
Appreciate you, brother. Thank you for having me
There's lots
back.
of times I interview people and they don't elevate the way that you have. You've really stepped it up. You got big records, multiple big records. Rio is doing his thing, and smart investments. You got your head on straight, smart decisions, man. I think the next time we do an interview, it's gonna be even bigger.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate you for having me, bro. Hey, we ain't gonna act like every time an artist come on Vlad, they don't go to the next level. You feel me? We ain't gonna act like that. So I appreciate you for having me, bro. Thank you, man.
Of course, man. Anytime.
All right.
Peace.